Preston, bro, what going on with you, bro?
How are you, bro?
Today I got a game adaptation review for you, my boy.
Oh, you have a game adaptation for me today, bro. What's that?
Well, it's a movie, but it's based off a game though. Uncharted.
Uncharted?
Uncharted.
Uncharted!
Uncharted.
Uncharted!
Uncharted.
Uncharted!
I guess it's only right that I gonna give it to you straight, but I'm just letting you know ahead of time it's gonna be spoilers. It's definitely gonna be spoilers. Hold on. Let's stop for a second. Before we start, I just want to let you know the casting of this. Okay, so we got Spider-Man, aka Tom Holland, playing my boy Nathan Drake for whatever reason, but I'm assuming it's money. Mark Wahlberg playing Mark Wahlberg. I love Mark Wahlberg. Anyway, so you played the game. When you play the games, you know it's kind of like Indiana Jones, National Treasure, Tomb Raider-esque type of games. The movie is basically Indiana Treasure Raider trying to be Uncharted.
Indiana Treasure.
It's still good. It's still dope. But Indiana Treasure Raider, if you go into it really expecting it to be like the game, then you're going to be disappointed. I'm not going to say they messed it up because I had a lot of fun with this movie. I'm going to just give you like a little synopsis of what happened. The movie started off, you got Nathan Drake, young Nathan Drake, of course. They're really trying to play off some of the cinematic moments in the game. The airplane, the helicopter, or they use the airplane. They use the airplane scene. Nathan Drake, he's a bartender. Nice with, he impressive with the bottles and all that. But he a pickpocket. He just a product of where he from. He lost his brother. When he was younger, him and his brother, they was in one of them homes for children. His brother got in trouble and his brother dipped on him, but he said he gonna come back, but he ended up not coming back. When he met Sully, him and Sully kind of chopped it up. Sully kind of saw him being a pickpocket. Nathan Drake, he sneak up into his crib, see Mark Wahlberg, they chop it up a little bit. He get his little bracelet back. They talk about treasure, money, and then they talk about his brother. And that's what really entices Nathan Drake to really go on this adventure with him in the first place. Sully's not really somebody to be trusted. A lot of people in this movie you really can't trust, and I think it kind of suffers from that to an extent because like it's hard to kind of like people at first because everybody's so treacherous. Everybody just turning on everybody, kind of like the real world. But anyway, when they go on their first little adventure together, they go get this key because the key is the key. No pun intended. But the key is the key to the treasure. So on their first mission, we meet our villains. We got Antonio Banderas, Zorro. You feel me? That's my boy from back in the day. Extremely underused in this movie. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. He hires, which is essentially Nadine. She's really, really nice with it. She got her organization. She calling the shots. They at this auction, catch them trying to steal the stuff. She come up on you, boy, and she trying to steal it. She end up not being able to, but then she fighting the guards. So Sully and Nathan Drake, they get away, you feel me? So they in the back of the car. Sully was finna abandon Nathan, but then Nate get in the car before he did. So when Sully got in, he like, oh snap. So you know what I'm saying? They go, they dip, they out of there. They on the plane. While they on the plane, you got Nathan Drake with the book. He's a historian. He understands how to read certain languages. He understands what certain things mean symbolically. And so he understands how to translate. So they land and then they meet Chloe. So Chloe is very significant to the storyline because she has the other part of the key. She's looking at Sully like, why is he here? Who is this person? Then she steals the key from Nathan. So Nate gotta chase her. Sully trying to help, but Sully claiming he owed, which he kind of is, but kind of ain't. I mean, he's Mark Wahlberg. So they chasing her, they catch her at the car, but then they explain to her like, yo, you can't do this without us. And then they end up going to this church that has this tree, which he saw in the book when he was on the plane, because I told you he's an historian. But anyway, Nate and the gang go in there, and they do their little Indiana Treasure Raider thing. It says the thing where it's like heaven and hell. So one of them gotta go high, one of them gotta go low. So above ground, underground. Nate and Chloe obviously go underground. They end up finding this underground club somehow, and when they get in the club, it's this bartending action scene, which is really dope. But then like Nate end up setting the bar on fire so he can cause a distraction while Chloe finds a way to open this little passageway. Nate is fighting, kind of getting beat up, but at the same time, he was getting. They end up going through the passage. Then they get to this point where we need Sully. So Sully went to where he had to insert his key because they already inserted their key at the bottom. But now Sully got to insert his key at the top. And then when he about to insert his key, he trying to find it. Turns out it's in a Papa John's. What you mean? What? A Papa John's? What? This is advertised. They put this whole Papa John's around this historic place where they got this keyhole inside the wall, but they put a glass over the wall and didn't hide the fact that it was a glass. I'm like, bro, what is you on? Joe Brody come in. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right or wrong, but that's the girl that Antonio Banderas had hired to come help him get this treasure. She ready to beat Sully up. They fight a little bit, then he uses her instead of the chair and breaks the glass, and then he used the key, and then he twisted, and after that, they kind of saved at the last minute, which was cool because it built suspense. But then we get to the point where they getting up out this sewer thing. Nate saves Chloe's life. They get Sully to throw his key down. They use the keys together. They open it up, boom. In the sand is a thing thingy with a map in it. They take it out. You already know Nate can read it, so he reads it, figures out where the next place they need to go is. Once he does that, Chloe betrays him. But she also tells him more about what Sully's lying about, so now he don't know who to trust. He messed up. She hit him, he falls, she leaves with the map. Sully got to figure out how to get down there. He do that, but when he do that, then he talk to Nate. Nate don't trust him. Nate leave. Now Sully like, oh dang, and dropping Sam. Chloe works for Antonio Banderas. So I'm trying to figure out when all this went down. They get on the plane. The girl that he hired. Anyway, she kills him. You feel me? She killed Antonio Banderas.
Why?
What is she on? Chloe trying to hide. Nate and Sully done snuck on a plane all the while. They on the back of the cargo place, and this is when we get our scene from Uncharted 3. Then they go back to the hotel. Nate takes one of his letters that he got from Sam before, and he figures something out. He gets some coordinates. He figure out where the cave is with the ships that hold the treasure. He end up putting the wrong coordinates out in the open, so Chloe will get that because he knew she was gonna try to betray him again, which she did. She going the whole wrong direction. While Nate, meanwhile, is home free to the ships with the treasure in it, baby. Yeah, we good to go. Knowdat, you know what I mean? Nate gets to the ships. Sully followed him. The Joe Braddock woman, she ended up seeing them. They come over there. They follow too. Nate and Sully, they're actually having like this little conversation or whatever while they on the ship. Nate shows him the treasure, like how pirates used to hide their treasure in the barrel, but within the barrel. You know what I mean? They end up having to hide because Joe Braddock, her people are there. You know what I mean? The ships go up in the sky. You know what I mean? Like they have a shootout. Like it's this big crazy scene where the ships is flying. And they flying over helicopters. Nate is fighting and Sully is flying. And after that, you feel me? Joe see it and she trying to get to them. And then like they crashing the ships in the sky and they doing their thing and they. My bad, bro. All is well because they end up surviving. I think Joe's pretty much dead because that shit landed on her face. And they got a little bit of gold. They lost a lot of the treasure. But they built Sully's character. You know, we get a post-credit scene where we see Sam. And Sam's locked up in a jail cell. So the way I do my point system is, everybody that knows me as an artist, they know, like, I always say Knowdat. It's like my punchline, my catchphrase, my slogan, however you want to say it. The way I'm going to rate it is, I'm going to give it however many Knowdats out of 5. I was going to give this one like a 2.5. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My son enjoyed it too. I love the game. Although it wasn't like completely faithful to the games, it was close. It had a lot of great elements from the games. And it also had like the Indiana Jones, National Treasure, Tomb Raider type of feel. Those adventure action movies, you feel me? So I feel like for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3 Knowdats out of 5. Knowdat, you know. It was alright. It was cool. It was good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best, but it was there though. It was right there.
I say it's too much pain in my heart to give you trust. The hate is real, I love the love, but that just ain't enough. I've been staying out the way, I'm just trying to run it up. It's just me, so I don't care about who talking about such and such. I tried told them, but they never listen. Never fold, and I stay by my business. If it ain't broke, then don't be trying to fix. I tried told them, but they never listen. I say I tried and I tried. They just kill my vibe. Shout it on her way and you niggas get too much pride. I say I gotta keep it on me, I'm just trying to survive. She got insurance on